Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Indianapolis Colts. On the Falcons sideline, head coach Raheem Morris. His guys losers a week ago trying to turn things around here. On the other side, Colts head coach Shane Steichen. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And when you watch him trot onto the field, you just think to yourself, he looks like a quarterback. All the talent in the world. Running, throwing, physical presence. The bottom line, though, has to get his completion percentage up to league standards because he was under 50% in 2024. If he puts it all together and reaches his full potential, he's going to be dynamite.
Ready, go.
Richardson going right to the air. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. He stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. The Falcons send Jamal Agnew deep to return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be Falcon football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And he went from being the surprise pick of the first round to the full-time starter late in the season. And now he has a chance to take this team to new heights starting in 2025. Really was impressed with him down the stretch, going head-to-head with Jaden Daniels in a huge game. Now he could be their franchise quarterback for the next 10 years.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 11 carries, 57 yards.
You know he's proud of his standing as the league's number 3 rusher, and those linemen in front of him, they're just as proud, but they all have the same goal in mind. Get him to number 1 in the league and celebrate a rushing title at the end of the year. That starts with a good game here.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
To the air, Penix. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. You look at this Colt defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back up.
LBRB.
Away from attacking all game long.
On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because... something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
He'll let one go deep for downs.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
The Falcons offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
And he's got it down to the 28. The Falcons at 5-3 now on the year. They're coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And last week, they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's Penix.
And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Ashton Doolin now to return.
Bulldozes past him. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
23 yards the pickup there.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Now Richardson.
Fighting through pressure. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Colts. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hand off right side for Herbert.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix.
They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. Algier will try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Now Richardson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. James Pierce. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On third down, Herbert. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Agnew now to return. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
That's out wide here for Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking to throw Penix. Over the middle, caught by London. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll run with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Richardson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 14-yard line.
Now it's Richardson.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And Richardson back to throw it.
And this one is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ball placed at the 45 for second and 5. They'll go play action here with Penix. This pass is caught by London.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll throw with Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second and 8.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll drop to throw.
And caught by London.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Falcons.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Robinson up the middle.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it with Algier. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got them another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A play fake. Now Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ball game.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 10. And the Falcon first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side. There's London. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This 2nd and 4. To the air, Penix. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And this taken in by Downs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 38-yard line.
2nd and 7.
Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal.
Now Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our tour around the NFL starts now. At Mile High, the Broncos at home to take on the Raiders in the AFC West. And it's the first running back taken in the draft, Ashton Genty. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Raiders would go on to the low-scoring win, 13-7. A final look there at the rest of the scores from Week 10 with Cincinnati, Dallas, Kansas City, and Tennessee all on their bye. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football.
I forgot this is a 9:30 a.m. game in Dublin. That's why there is only one highlight.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Corbin. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now Penix. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And looking to throw, Penix. Going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And heading back out there now, the Falcons defense here. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action with Richardson. A shifts past him. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Big strides, look at him go.
Touchdown! Indianapolis!
Tyler Warren, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
Looking to throw, Penix. Short throw, caught by Pitts.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Operating from the gun, Penix. They'll get this complete to Charlie Warner.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Penix.
Shoves him away. Fighting through, and he's got space.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
2 yards. First down, Falcons.
To throw again is Penix. Right back to Pitts again.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. it's second down. They'll try the left side. Corbin. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
They'll throw with Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Penix to the air once more.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Penix working out of the gun here. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Coup for the extra point.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Off play action, Richardson.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go.
Richardson looking to throw this. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, we're looking for effort and execution.
Got a man, it's put. And he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Colts get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keeper.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Richardson. That's complete to Pierce. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Algier going straight ahead.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So
Here we go with the bullshit. 2 fumbles.
Here's Richardson. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10. They'll toss it out right to Herbert. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And now Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Unbelievable.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Falcons.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. To the air, Penix. He's got his man, London, right side. And he's going to wind up with a 1st down as he's able to even dive for a little extra yardage at the tail end there. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd down, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Third down and 9 yards to go.
He'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run here with Algier.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Here's Penix. Looking for London on the out route complete.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal.
Now Penix.
That is caught at the 7. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a third and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Looking to put a drive together.
Now it's Richardson.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. David Onyemata gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Throwing on second and long.
Richardson. This taken in by Downs.
And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9. Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Down the left sideline.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
That's good for a Colts. First down and 10 yards to go.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Khalil Herbert Hubbard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
The Colts will win up.
And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Looking to throw, Penix. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
And the Falcons 1st down.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out of the comeback. So
Slowly tried. GG Atlanta.
By just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.